What is happening? Finally figured out the mic. I finally figured out the mic. Finally figured out the mic. Hope you guys are doing great. Let's double check here. We got 3, we got 2, and what is going on? Happy Wednesday, May the 6th, and hopefully you guys had a great May the 4th be with you a couple of days ago. All right, let's see here. Share the screen. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Oops. Where am I going here? What am I doing? Let's see here. Do I want to, can I add it? Let's see here. Desktop. Where are you? Ba-ba-ba. Oh, is that it? There's the PDF. File's too large. What do you mean it's too large? Really? What? How is it too large? How? What are you saying to me? What are you trying to say here? It's too large. Yeah, that's okay. Well, what do we have? We have the Song of the Quiet Belly. Am I sharing? It says I'm sharing. Let's move this guy out of the way. Where can I move it there? All right, so we have the Song of the Quiet Belly. Cute little book for me to read to you guys. I remember years ago, I was I guess I was, what was I? I guess I was, not, I don't want to say a teacher's helper, but I was working with an after school program, and First Nations after school program, or I guess it was open to Indigenous and non-Indigenous youth. They were like maybe grade 3, grade 4, maybe a little older. And there's a picture of me. I was reading out of a book, and that was cute. They're all in a little circle, and I was reading them the book. In the golden village of Ora, the sun always rose with a sweet smell of baking bread and honey. But today, Solon stood by the ancient stone well with a different kind of wisdom to share. He called to young Pausa, who was always rushing from one snack to the next, her pockets full of dried berries. Sometimes, Solon said softly, the body finds its greatest strength not in what it gathers, but in what it lets go. We call this the quiet belly. Pausa tilted her head, her braids swinging. Why would I want a quiet belly? Mine likes to sing for snacks. Solon explained that when we stop eating for a time, our body finally has the chance to tidy up. It's like a team of tiny, invisible helpers sweeping away old, tired cells and fixing the weary parts that are usually too busy digesting food to rest. It is a secret festival of healing happening deep inside. To do this correctly, Solon continued, you must listen to the rhythm of the sun and the stars. He showed her a large, ornate hourglass. He explained that many people choose a window of time, perhaps 16 hours of resting and 8 hours of eating. The key is to start slowly, letting the body get used to the stillness, usually beginning after dinner and waiting until the sun is high the next day. Pausa, worried her throat would feel like a dusty road, but Solon shook his head and handed her a cup that sparkled like a diamond. The quiet belly loves water, he said. Pure water, herbal teas, and clear broths are like a gentle rain that washes your internal garden. Staying hydrated is the most important rule. It keeps the energy flowing even when the even when the stove of the stomach is cooling and resting. Who is this for? Pausa asked, looking out at the mountains. Solon smiled. It is for the seeker who wants a sharp mind, for the traveler who wants to feel light on their feet, and for anyone who wishes to find a steady peace within. He explained that fasting helps the brain grow bright and the heart stay strong. It turns a foggy, sleepy morning into a clear, crystalline day where everything feels possible. As the afternoon shadows grew long, Pausa felt a small grumble in her tummy. It felt like a tiny drum. This is just a visitor, Solon whispered. Hunger is not an emergency, it is an invitation to be the boss of your own body. He taught her to breathe deeply through the grumbling, realizing she was the master of her urges. By waiting, she was building a strong, invisible tower of self control. But Solon's voice grew serious, like the deep chime of a bell. The quiet belly is not for everyone, he warned. He explained that those who are still growing very fast, like small children or mothers carrying new life, must always keep their fires burning bright with food. Those who are ill or very frail must also be careful, for their bodies need every bit of fuel to stay strong and mend. When the time comes to eat again, Solon said, you must not rush like a hungry mountain lion. He showed Paza a small, beautiful bowl of soft fruit and broth. Breaking a fast is a special ceremony. He told her to start with gentle, easy to digest foods to wake the stomach up kindly, rather than shocking the body with a heavy, giant feast all at once. Paza realized that she didn't need to be afraid of a little hunger. She had learned the secret of the quiet belly, that by pausing, we recharge. By waiting, we grow. And by discipline, we find our true power. Solon patted her shoulder, and together they watched the sky turn to shades of violet and gold, ready for another night of peaceful, healing rest. Isn't that cute? Just a little book on fasting. Of course, the scientific benefits of fasting. I have one client, Ian here. He sharing his. Hopefully, we'll get him on camera, and he'll share his experiences with fasting. And it is, yeah, no, it's powerful, right? For the person who is the weary traveler, um, who will benefit from fasting. And of course, there is protocols with it. 8 hours, 16 hours, 24, 36. No, not 36. Was it 24 or 36? Someone did 36. Was it Ian did 36? Anyways, fasting. Fasting is very powerful, especially if you are, definitely wanting to. There's tons of material on it. I believe there's one book I was reading to, and this is, of course, with anything, do your research, making sure that you are healthy in the sense of having the A-OK from your physician, your doctor, your general practitioner, to make sure that you are let them know that you are planning on doing fasting, and to make sure that you have the proper mechanics of the body and mind to do so. And if you can, yeah, fasting is great. It's just like building that discipline and understanding that hunger is, or the hunger pangs is just You don't have to be afraid of being hungry. And by pausing and breathing and drinking herbal teas and water, and of course black coffee during your fast, and bone broth to break that fast. And of course, there's other macronutrients that you can assist in fasting. But yeah, no, you can definitely practice on. I believe there is. I should have put. I think there is some information inside the school, or maybe I didn't upload it yet. But I do have information on fasting, and there is information that we can use the PDF slideshow. I was reading on the material, and there is uh, yeah, reading the material and the scientific research behind fasting and and the benefits of for weight loss and to control blood sugar, insulin levels, insulin resistance to combat that. All right, so definitely looking at fasting. And where am I going here? Stop sharing. Yeah, so that's a cute little book on fasting. And what else do we got going on for today? Today was just more of a check-in, and I leave this Saturday back to Vancouver. I just went for a run a couple hours ago. Man, it's hot today. It's definitely hot today. And yeah, don't make sure I tried. It was funny too. We tried playing pickleball this morning, but the rain. It's fine now out there, but the rain came through. So we were planning on tomorrow morning for the rain. Tomorrow morning for the rain. Tomorrow morning for the pickleball. Share the screen. Day one done. Share. Let's see. We got the Jumpstart mini course, Fighter FitX Online, 7-day sync. Let's go through the connection real quick here. Let's go through. I gotta fix that. So it's not 21 minutes. It's actually 28 minutes now for the. Oh, not the calorie. FedEx Coach. And did I save that? I did. So let's go. You are sharing your screen. Share this tab instead. No, we don't want explosive power. We want pain-free performance because this is part of the 7-day sync. The day one dance specialist coach generates a block for day 5, the connection, focus on scapular upward rotation and shoulder stability, targeting the serratus anterior to ensure the shoulder blade moves correctly during reach. Format, exercise name, tempo, rep/time, and also the coaching cue. And make sure we are on my access. What's going on, team? Do you guys like the that little booklet on fasting? All right. So Fighter FedEx mission briefing, day 5, operation, the connection. So commander's intent, tactical performance is built on the foundation of shoulder health. If the scapula does not rotate upward, the humerus grinds the rotator cuff. Today, we target the serratus anterior, the boxer's muscle, to glue the shoulder blade to the rib cage and ensure elite level overhead stability and reach power. It is a 21 minute. So just because I overrid the 20-minute block, it's supposed to be 20 minutes, but I put down 21 minutes here. So the coaching cue, coaching notes here. So basically talk like, you're asking me, you're talking with me. And of course, once we actually, I see your technique and we go through your fitness goals, I can help you develop the coach's notes here so you can input this on your own outside of the video coaching. So you can have this on your own and you can mark it down and copy and paste it. All right. So what we got going on here? 21. So this is the main block. We have scapular biomechanics. We have the serratus scapular push-ups. Lock the elbows, push the floor away. We have a wall slide with forearm lift. Wall slide, 30, 30, 30, 60 seconds. Pinkies heavy on the wall. At the top, lift your forearms 1 inch off the wall without arching your back. Then we have plank to pike reach. So drive your head through the window of your arms, push through the palms, lengthen the spine. Then we have a bear crawl, iso hold, or the hover. Bear crawl, or the bulldog position, quadruped position. So knees 1 inch off the floor, your ribs are tucked. Imagine pushing the floor apart with your hands. You're pushing the floor apart with your hands. Then we have side plank, scapular scoop, left side. Bottom elbow drives deep into the floor, reach the top arm under, and then scoop it toward the ceiling. So basically, he's kind of having a side plank reach or a scoop. So my side plank position, I did this on, I'll upload. Yeah, so that's another thing I have to do is upload the workouts, current workouts I've been doing here on Cayman Island. And they're all related to the day one den assistant coach. So basically, you have your free hand, or you can have a dumbbell, and you can reach underneath and open up. So that's the side plank, scapular scoop, left and right. Then we have the pronated wise, serratus focus. So thumbs to the sky, you're lying on your stomach, so you're pronated. Remember, supinated, palm facing up; pronated, your palm facing down. Or in this case, body. You're laying down onto your tummy, and you're going for a prone Y raise. Focus on the shoulder blade, rotating around the ribs, not just shrugging. And of course, you're breathing. Okay, so coaching philosophy, you always, like I said, National Academy of Sports Medicine, the protocol and the reasons why, the phases, the foundation, strength, foundation, stability. Okay, so the serratus connection. So most shoulder pain is actually a failure of the serratus anterior to rotate the scapula upward. By focusing on the protraction, pushing the floor away, we clear space in the subacromial joint, rendering you bulletproof for overhead strikes, carries, or climbs. Of course, we have time under tension. We are moving at a 4-second eccentric pace. This recruits high threshold motor units and forces the stabilizing muscles to fire longer than the primary movers. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And what is Lightning McQueen? Lightning McQueen. What does Lightning McQueen say? Yeah, from Cars. I love Cars. The reach. In every movement, emphasize the reach, whether in a plank or a wall slide. The goal is to maximize the distance between your spine and your fingertips. This ensures the shoulder blade stays flush against the rib cage. So maintain core to extremity integrity. If your lower back arches during the wall slides, you have lost the connection. Tuck your pelvis, engage your glutes, and knit your ribs together. Stay ready and stay pain-free. So that was day 5 of the sync. So again, so you can also too, like for people who are on a trial, you can do a 7-day trial, go for the 7-day sync, and then you also have a 7-day unlimited access to the assistant coach. All right, so that is the serratus anterior focus of day 5. Stop sharing that one. Okay, so we have, it is, talking or listening to other coaches and trying to best portray the message for future clients, current clients. They always kind of recommend saying that, okay, well, why is the day one den here? Why is Fighter FitX here? It is to strengthen our clients, our members, from bringing them from a position of beginner, intermediate, or advanced, whatever level you are in your fitness, and you want to increase your fitness, you want to lose weight, you want to be able to do a pull-up, you want to increase your deadlift, you want to get back to sport, you have a shoulder issue, a lower back issue, a tight right hip, you want to see your abdominals again, you want to understand nutrition, you want to understand how nutrition, fasting, sleeping, and dealing with stress in a healthy way contributes or enhances your lifestyle. And that's what the Fighter Fit X is. Fighter Fit X, Fighter Fit Athletics is having the body, mind, and spirit of a fighter, not necessarily jumping into a ring or the octagon or um, any sort of combat sport. However, is having that mindset and body of whatever goal that I attribute to at this current moment, I am going to achieve it. I'm going to achieve it through discipline, through consistency, through having a coach to showcase or to show me how to properly do a deadlift, how to do a proper plank. Why does my shoulder and lower back hurt for certain exercises? That's why you have a professional. Yes, there is bombarded with information overload out there. If I Google real quick lower back issues, we'll have all this information. However, it's implementing that information. That is why you have a coach, certified personal trainer with expertise of working with clients just like yourself, or working with clients who have who have achieved the physicality of what they wanted to become. That's where we come in. That's where the Fighter Fit X and the Day One Den comes through, is to give you the solutions to your fitness and to your health and wellness, and to tackle roadblocks that you may come across, and is having that expertise of a coach to work with you to get beyond it. Like I said numerous times, you can't force a thirsty horse to drink water. And we have all the information in the Day One Den. It's up to you to implement, and so it's up to us to be your assistant and to be your guide and to cheer you on in these moments of change. All right, so that's what the Day One Den is. That's what the Fighter Fit Athletics is. Going on 22 plus years teaching kickboxing, and knock on wood, I have another 60 years of teaching, and I just love it. It lightens my soul. It brightens my inner light to teach and to showcase. I keep saying showcase, to uncover other people's strengths that they did not see or that they couldn't comprehend of actually achieving. And it brightens my day to see clients achieve their goals and to shatter limitations and uh, barriers or self-image that wasn't true. And we are here to uncover that truth. All right. So that's Happy Wednesday fasting. We went through the Day 5 connection, the Day 1 Den, assistant coach, and scapular reset and posture. All right, team. And yes, I will put down upgrade. I will upload the workouts that I've done here with the Day One Den assistant coach, and I absolutely love it. I've been using the fighters conditioning, and also the Ritz Carlton here. They have battle ropes, med balls, sled push. So I was working with that. A part of the coach's notes saying that I'm doing deadlifts today, but I do have access to a battle rope, med ball, and kettlebells. So can you give me a workout? And I selected the fighters conditioning. Explosive power is pretty cool. There's one move that I haven't actually done in my 16, 17 years in the fitness world. Here was a reverse lunge and to a shoulder press. Have I done that before? I know I've done reverse lunges with lateral raise. I've done that, but reverse lunge to shoulder press. I've done a side lunge to a shoulder press. That I came across that in a core exercise book. But reverse lunge to a shoulder press. And it was definitely challenging because I was doing overhead barbell press strict before that. So I broke it down. So I did a reverse lunge with a knee touchdown, hammer curl, because it was a little bit heavier weight that I selected. And then when I was in that kneeling position, then I did the shoulder press, and then I stood up. And it was long too, because the Day One Den assistant coach said I had to do that for 2 minutes. And there was 2 rounds. So it was fun. It was challenging. It's tough. So reverse lunge, I did a hammer curl, the shoulder press, and then I believe it asked me to do 90 seconds of a strict shoulder press with a kettlebell, or no, I forgot what I forgot. I modified it. So whatever, that's the thing. So like, even with the assistant coach, like whatever I have, that's same thing with me too. Like if I explain, if we're at the gym in person and we're supposed to do X, Y, and Z for the exercise, but the gym is jam packed and we can't do that exercise, so I have to, on the fly, switch it out, and whatever we have available, we have to do that exercise. So for this one, when I did the reverse lunge hammer curl shoulder press, it asked me to do a strict shoulder press for 90 seconds. So I did a heavier set kettlebell, and I did a clean to shoulder press. And then we went to a 90 seconds of a renegade row with push up. So in the push up position, I row left, I row right with a dumbbell, do a push up. And then and also a hollow body or banana plank. I usually call it a banana plank. A hollow rock hold, hollow body hold for 90 seconds or 60 seconds, and then do round two. And I love it. It was great. And it also too, like, since it's based off of 28 minutes, right? So it's not too, it's effective. It's the pace is there, and yeah, no, it just get in, get out, do your thing, work on the deadlifts, work on the shoulders. The first one I did shoulders and legs, and 20-minute block, and I rock and rolled, right? And just to have that efficiency for time. And that's one thing too, like, clients, would always see me in the past in the gym, and it's just like, wow, I can't believe that hour went by so quick. We've done so much, but it didn't feel like it took forever. Yes, some of the exercises were painful to do, but clients still love the efficiency of what we've done in person. And the day one den is that philosophy is built into that 28 minutes. First it was 21 minutes, keep it under a half hour, but additional 7 minutes was great. Having that efficiency with the Fighter FedEx Day One Den coach. All right, so that's there we have it. Have fun, be cool, be safe, drink plenty of water, and I will see you on Friday. And I tried to upload the book, but I can't upload the book. Maybe I'll take screenshots instead. It was a cute book. All right, stop recording. See ya.